and welcome to the Road to Salute 52, episode 5. Okay, quick update. I don't know what day of the week it is. It's about to turn to Wednesday in March sometime. It's 3.5 weeks, just about, give or take, until Salute. 3.5 weeks until Salute on April the 12th. Where I'm going for one of my biggest kind of projects that I've ever attempted before. Recently, if you follow me on Facebook, follow my Facebook page on Facebook. Recently, if you follow me on Magathea Builder Worlds on Facebook, you will have seen a post of a load of my previous Salute games, dating back to 2004, 4-ish. Don't know, 21 years ago or so. Wild West, loads of Victoriana, end of Empire, great game. 16th century, 1588 and all that. French and Indian Wars, 40mm. Wild West, 40mm, 28mm Wild West. 40mm Pirates, 40mm Pirate ships. Burrows and Badgers, oh, they're not on there, they'll be more recent. But anyway, look, there's loads. I kind of got fairly well known, I suppose, for having some pretty big ideas and going for it, and then roping in my buddies and having many nights before Salute, especially the night before Salute, beavering away and getting things finished. Now, in the last 2 or 3 years, myself and my mates, who we now moniker ourselves as Spirit of the Game, which is what we were called years ago when we went to Salute, different group of mates, mind you, well, apart from Mike, who's been with me from the very start. Hey, thanks, buddy. And Ted, who first came to Salute in 2009. Yeah, Spirit of the Game, we used to be up late the night before, but in the last few years, we kind of got old, you know, and we got more prepared and more sorted. And the last couple of years doing Burrows and Badgers games, we've been nailing it. We've been ready, man. We've been play testing the games before we go. That used to happen, and the actual kind of like going to the show was a piece of cake. Friday night, I load the van, get in there, go up, or doddle. This year, big plans, big plans. I'm trying to pull off something I've never done before. We're running 2 games on our table at the same time. Vertical games, Judge Dredd on one side, Burrows and Badgers on the other side. And like I said a moment ago, it's 3.5 weeks till the show. I'm about 75% done with the Judge Dredd stuff. There's some painting to do and things. We did actually this evening manage to get a load of it out, put it together, see what it looked like. Gotta confess, the guys still look a bit confused. Yeah, thanks fellas for the vote of confidence. And we didn't even get to play some Judge Dredd, which is pretty cool. So this video I'm going to be doing the last thing I think I'm going to show you from a Judge Dredd point of view for a little while. We're going to have a go at building part of the car park. One of the scenarios we're playing is going to be played out in the car park underneath the Jimmy Kimmel Block, Mega City one. Then I need to get on with the Burrows and Badgers stuff, because we are going to be playing Burrows and Badgers 2nd edition at Salute, which will be a brand new release, hopefully, fingers crossed, touch wood-ish, over here. Michael Lovejoy and O'Sworn are going to be able to release on the day, and we're going to be playing 2nd edition Burrows and Badgers vertically in the burrows and the underworld of North Edinburgh, well, London actually, in Anglia. But yeah, I haven't done any of that yet, so I've got a lot to do. So this is going to be the last Judge Dredd video for the moment. I know you haven't seen anything finished, but trust me, it's coming along very nicely. And then I'm going to dive into the world of B&B for 2 or 3 weeks and see where we go. I've yet to fail to take stuff to Salute when I said I was going to. I don't intend on 2025 being the first year to do that, but it's going to be kind of like tough. So thanks, guys, Spirit of the Game, for hanging in with me and trusting in me and helping out and doing different bits and pieces. And everybody else, keep watching. If you're coming to Salute and you've been watching these videos, you know, well, you know, maybe I should have started a bit earlier. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, look, this video, what do we need? Over here. It's going to include this, 2 sets of stairs from TT Combat, and then I've got a garage to make. I'm fortunate that I've got a number of vehicles from Judge Dredd and the like, some of which I purchased some time ago, and others that have been supplied by Warlord Games, who sponsor some of my Judge Dredd content. Thanks, guys. And they are going to be assembled. The idea is there's going to be a group of punks. I suppose in some ways it's going to be my homage to the 2012 Dredd film, where Dredd rides that bloody awful Lawmaster, chases a VW camper van, which is a bit crap, really. Just not Mega City One-y enough. It's one of my only complaints about the movie. They chase down the drug dealers and he shoots them all. And they all die. Apart from the ones who escape into the block. So this is my homage to that, where we're going to have a van that is going to kind of like have crashed in the car park of a block, and two judges are going to be pursuing them through the car park, through the car park, as they try and escape into Jimmy Kimmel Block. That's the scenario, and what I've got to do is build the car park to go in the bottom of one of my Clever Cube units, so we can play. And the very first place I'm starting with is these bad boys. So come over here, we're going to have a look at this on the workbench. Oh, thanks for all the feedback if you watched the last video with my new camera angle off this great new tripod. Again, thanks Ben for giving me this tripod, it's really cool. It was very well received. You definitely like the over my right shoulder looking down at the workbench kind of thing, as opposed to looking at my right elbow a lot, which I was a bit affronted about because I thought my right elbow was particularly attractive. But I'm glad you like that. We're going to certainly carry on doing that. So I'm going to move the camera, we're going to stick it over here, I'm going to open this up, I'm going to take a little peek and see what this looks like, and let's dive into another TT Combat MDF kit. You know my attitude towards these things, they kind of enhance my table, but they aren't the be all and the end all. But I haven't used this one before. I reckon it's going to be pretty straightforward. This is going to give me the basis of how the rest of the car park is going to work out. Certainly the levels I think that the vehicles are going to go on. I know, I could be talking complete bollocks there, but we'll see how we go. Right, let's move the camera and give this a go. Woohoo! Okay, so, yeah, this is another MDF kit from TT Combat. I like this stuff on the hull. We'll take this apart. I couldn't even cut through the bloody wrap, I see. Two sets of walkways here, staircases. The important bit here, staircase is going to give you the levels hopefully the vehicles will be parked on. Certainly the upper level of the car park. Give me an idea of how tall this is. Oh, that smell of burnt laser cut MDF. I like keeping all these little bits. They'll just fall out, so I'm going to keep a file of them. If nothing else, I make interesting bits of rubble. What do we got? Okay, so there are 4 sprues, all different. Very cool. Okay, so what we've got here basically is we've got the actual walkway platforms, by the looks of it, and these kind of look like handrails. And then the rest of this, we've definitely got sides of stairs here. Yeah, handrails, sides of stairs, feet and legs. Right, well I'm going to push out all the little bits and we're going to get this assembled. I am not expecting this to be a particularly complicated construction. So after pushing out all these little bits, I'm going to get one of these buggers assembled. So we could take a look at it and I can start making plans. I suspect the next thing I'm going to have to do actually is make some foam core boxes again to go in the next custom Clever Cube Kallax thing. Don't worry though, I am not going to make you watch me make more cardboard boxes without lids, because I couldn't believe so many people watched the first video where effectively for the best part of an hour I just made some cardboard boxes. This time round I'm really sorry about that. You know, because let's face it, right, cardboard boxes, however you dress them up, are not very whimsical, are they really? No, they're not. No bugger all whimsy involved in making white foam core cardboard boxes. So, yeah, actually you've probably seen enough of me pulling these bits out really. The next bit of this video I think you're going to see is these things assembled, because this is just freaking dull. And yeah, Nobody needs to watch me moaning and whinging anymore about the fiddly bits of MDF kits. Whinge, whinge, whinge. Moan, moan, moan. Yada, yada, yada. Push, push, push. Oh, look, that's good. Gonna get all these little knobby bits out. And they're all gonna go in one box, so I'm gonna use all the spares. Waste not, want not, chuck no bits away, kind of thing. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Right, you get the idea. Okay, boring. There you go, there's all the knobby little bits pushed out of the sprues. So the sprues now have got their colour. Clear bits you can see all the way through them. Can't believe I can't find a use for these. Some of them, I mean look, there's a whole bunch of shapes like that. So I'm going to stick all them in a pot. They'll end up being texture on something, I'm sure. Anyway, right, let's get sticking these together. I'll show you what they look like when they're done. Okay, so here are the two sets of stairs. I've actually put the bottom set of stairs on. Well, these aren't actually fully glued on. I can take those off because I'm having them on sideways. So we've got the two sets of stairs made, which is good. And now I've got to get on with the rest of making this here scenery. The next thing we need then, these are going in the bottom of that unit. And the next thing we need is the big cardboard box sleeves that are going to go in that unit so I can make it. So let's find some foam core and make those. Foam core. Box. More foam core. Box. Necessary, I guess get rid of one of those. So these are quite deep sleeves made to fit in the cube unit. And using the sleeves is a lot more convenient than trying to fit things into the cube unit. So what I need to do is so the new angle works really well to try to do this thing. Hang on, I'm going to lower the camera down. So, okay, here we go. Here's my unit. Now, the box, I'm thinking of having the kind of like stairs doing that. That's the plan. So the perps who are escaping for the car park, which is down here, over here, to run away from their van, go up a set of stairs, and then run across here and out. I'm going to have a door here. I'm going to take this end off and do that. And then in the other side, the other box, the other set of stairs will be kind of like matching, going over this way. So the perps will have options into which way they're going to run, I think. That means that with my box here, I need stuff to go in behind. And to fill out and make the whole thing part of the model. So I tell you what, let's have a look at one of the things I have bought first of all. So decorating the rest of the box. That's the first bit. Decorating the rest of the box? I don't think so. This is high quality scratch building going on here, Tim. You're not decorating, mate. You're making a world. We're building a world. So yeah, not decorating at all, but making the rest of it, doing a thing. There we go. Right, sort myself out. Okay. What do we need? What have I got to show you? So, when digging through the big organised cack outside, I came across this thing, which is clearly a plumbing thing. Must go in a toilet cistern or something else. I think. I've had it for ages, never got used, and now I have, as you can see, added a cardboard box to the bottom bit of it, and turned it into a thing, a bit of kind of like... yeah, stuff. In fact, it's really cool. I really like it. It can work for different scale models, and I'm tempted to try and buy a couple more of these, really, to be quite honest, because it's just a cool bit of looking stuff. So that is kind of water filters or power things or whatever else. This is going to go at the back here, like this, maybe, or over that side, and then when the staircase goes in here, that's going to add an interesting kind of like thing to look at from that point of view. Starting to look quite neat. I like. Now the perps are running up here. There's a thing behind it. This game definitely is going to have people running into the characters. Are going to run into the Kallax. They're going to get into the actual kind of like
unit, otherwise the unit's just a complete waste of space. It's just going to be eye candy and look cool. So this could be part of the game. So I need to find a door here. Actually, first thing I need to do is try to take the end off this. Did we stick that on? I can't remember. I hope not. Ah, fuck. Oh no, no balls. Broke it. Let's do that back together. Okay, got my end off. That's going to go in here like this. Yeah, and then that way there, I'm going to have a door there, which is going to go off into part of the hive, part of the block. And I'm going to do the same on the other side. And now this is starting to look kind of cool. I only need some scatter terrain down here on the floor. And we're away with this. I'm going to do some texturing on the walls. And one other thing is really cool. Can't remember if I've shown you these in a video already. This. It's good, isn't it? Yeah, it's, look, I don't even know. Well, I mean, it's a little kind of Tupperware-y kind of pot. I bought this from a German-style supermarket, which has fantastic things down the middle. You know, that rhymes with piddle. It seems to remember. Now, what I like about this, I think I looked at these last time, but I went and bought more because they were like £3 for 2. But what I've decided I'm going to do with these is I'm going to use them for a big industrial light. I'm going to stick this up here in the roof permanently like that, and then in the pot I'm just going to put an LED set. I'm getting deja vu right now. I think I might have done this bit before. If this brilliant idea of mine was in one of my other videos, then I apologise for repetition. But, you know, hey ho, still a really cool idea. I'm very pleased with myself. So, what we're doing... Get in there? Yeah, right, good. So, I'm taking a set. This is just to demonstrate. I'm not going to use multicolour lights, but basically, I get my string of LED lights, stick them inside the pot with the battery pack, which you then can't see, and then screw the lid on, screw, and that will then be stuck to the roof like that, and that will light up that whole unit really well, especially when it's sprayed, and the rest of it needs to just be white lights. So that needs to be stuck in too. I need to do some cardboard wall, different layers on the walls, and we're nearly there already. Piece of cake. I don't know what I was panicking about this bit for. So the lid of the tub, you can see, has got I don't know if you can see, it's got a tiny rim right around here, which means if I glue on here, it's not going to stick, so I need to cut that off, and then I can stick this up there. Ta-da! Cut away. So now we need... I'm probably going to be wise if I turn this box upside down, actually. I might have to take things out. Glue. Right round, old school, Yoo-hoo, all-purpose adhesive. Oh, the good stuff. Not sparing on the glue. Take the stairs out, take the U-bend out. Yes, I know it's not a U-bend, it's from a system, but hey, you know. Oh, we don't actually know what it is, but I know it's not a U-bend. So, and then turn it upside down. On the bit that says, oh, it doesn't say bottom there. That's cool. That says top. Stick it in. Leave for a good while. Because I want to get a really good bond before I bother putting the pot in it. Right, okay, so yeah. So now I'm going to get some mounting boards, and I'm going to cut out rectangular panels and put them on the wall in a couple of places, just to give a bit of texture to the wall when I'm painting. And I've also got to work out in a few minutes time where the door's going to go, and I need to find a suitable door from all my collections of sci-fi doors, and put that at the top, a suitable location, so the top of the staircase goes into a lift shaft and goes up into the building, doesn't it? So yeah, let's see if I can find a couple of different doors, decide what we're going to use, get some cardboard cut out. A bit of measuring first, I think, and this is actually going to be kind of specific. Yeah. All right, so quick measure up, and I'll have to make a note. Let's grab an offcut so I can make some notes. So dimensions wise, so these boards are, these boxes are, they're 29 centimetres in, 29 deep, and they are, well, I think they're 33 tall, so I want 32 tall, and I want just two or three bits of cardboard, maybe, yeah, doing it upside down, I can work this out upside down. So this is going in here, and that's going to go there like that at the front. Alright, I'm just going to have two rectangles on each wall, and then across the back, obviously 32 tall again, well, big as well. So right, so I need rectangles that are going to be, I don't know, 13 centimetres wide by about 30 centimetres tall. 13 by 30. Might split up the ones at the back a little bit differently. I might make 10 centimetres by 30 in the back and do 3 of those. Just 4 of that. Alright, cool. Okay, so let's just get this out of the way for a minute. Alright, so this is mountain board bought from Hobbycraft because I've run out of kind of breakfast cereal and stuff, and I need just straight ordinary boards, like £1.50 sheet or so, I think, so not particularly expensive. So we're going to cut just simple rectangles out to start off with, 13 centimetres wide by 30 centimetres across. These are, just out of interest, I think these are A2, these bits of paper, could be wrong. Card. They are just under 60 centimetres. Of course they are. Of course they are. So I'm going to cut it in half. So what we're going to do first of all, because I want 30 centimetre lengths, or close enough. So, and this is 29.5 centimetres, which is just what can only be described as flipping annoying. So I'm going to do a 30 centimetre bit and a 29 centimetre bit. The 29 centimetre bits can go in the back. Okay, so measuring on here, 30 centimetres once, 30 centimetres twice. You need 3 marks to make a straight line. You can't draw a straight line with only 2. My dad taught me that. He was a mathematician and all. Take a bigger rule. Through all 3 marks, jolly good. And now we need to cut it. As you can see, I don't necessarily have enough space on my chopping board to do this, but we're going to give it a go. Mr. Stanley knife. That'll do. Cutting a bit of paint off the edge of the board, ruler there. Okay, 13 centimetres by 30, so this is now my 30 centimetres, so only 13 centimetre strips. Doesn't matter if I don't get them all. Shit, put my fucking pen. Put my pen down, somebody's chatting to me, it's all going horribly wrong. 13 there, 26 there, 13, 26. I'm going to get a third one out of that. 13, yes I am. Fortunately I have several bits of this cardboard, so we should be alright. Although I've got to do 2 boxes. Go back to Hobbycraft to get more of this, I think. Was it Hobbycraft? No, it came from the range. 13, 26. Good, because the range is easy to get to for me, and free parking. Right. All I'm doing with this is just going to be adding to the wall on the inside of the box. Again, it's a bit unnecessary. The boxes are mostly just there as eye candy, but it's just going to break up the walls and make them more interesting to look at, more interesting to paint. There'll be a texture there a little bit. Catch the light, the better. I know that can't I love it. What I might do, because they're going to fit in nice and easy, is I might cut these in half. Like that. In fact, what would be cool, funky and a bit sci-fi, was if I cut them at different angles. In fact, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go they're 30 centimeters long, so if I go 12 here and measure 12 there and draw a cross, cut that like that, and then that will also again give us an interesting line. When it's mounted on the wall. Extra prizes for people who bothered to get this close to this game when it's a salute and go, oh, look at that. Yeah, I really appreciate that. That's really spiffing. Right. You bored watching this bit yet? Hang on, I'm just going to turn this over here. Go 12 and 12. Cut it in half. We'll stick this bit in so I'll show you what I'm talking about. Then I won't make you sit through the rest of it. Very nearly at the end of doing most of the dread stuff now, to be quite honest. We've got scenarios kind of like working out, starting to do all the stuff that's going to go on the boards and tables and things. And I think I'm tempted to spray these clever cubes. See how we go. So right, okay, here we are. Here is my box. Bring this down. Oh, I love this new tripod. Okay, here's my box. It is upside down, of course, bear in mind, but that doesn't matter. And I'm going to put it in here this side. So, lots of glue. Solvent-based stuff is better than PVA at this point because it will dry a lot quicker. It doesn't evaporate the way PVA does, so we'll get less warp in the cardboard. Glue all over that like that. Then I'm literally going to mount that. Just go turn it over. Hope my lid doesn't collapse. But it's really helpful though because I'm doing like putting white cardboard in white cardboard, so you must be able to see this super clearly, which is good. And then that bit's going to go there like that. We're going to have a border all round it and a funky gap in the middle. And then I'm going to do the same on the other side. Work out where the door's going to go. Mount the door on it. Happy days. Just doing that entirely by eye. It's cool. It's going to be alright. And I need the other side. Cool. Show you in a minute. Okay, so like a complete knob, I stuck this in, didn't think about this beforehand. I've just made my life harder for myself by cutting in these cool diagonal elements. Let's zoom this in if I can. Let's drop that down. Right, like the complete knob that I am, I didn't think that through very well, because I've now got this cool diagonal line going down here, right where I want to put my lift door, which is going to look really sucky. So I think what I'm now going to have to do is build a bit that, oh, it's crap, I don't believe it. I'm going to have to build a bit that fits in the end here with the lift door on it. I'm just going to do it out of phone call. It won't be tricky, but yeah, it's just like, you knobhead. Oh well, give it an extra bit of texture. It'll be more interesting too. It'll be great. It'll be fine. Oh, it's a bloody platform. Right, so I need a thing that's 5 centimetres wide. How wide's that door? Door is 3.5 centimetres. Come back and have a look in a minute. Now. I'll have to show you my solution in a moment because I cocked it up. Okay, it's about as far as this one's going to get. I'm quite pleased with this. I'm already at the point where I need to spray it and paint it. But oh, check it out. Okay, so here we are. This is the unit now. So we've got staircase that perps have to escape up and through this door into the hive. We've got U-bend thing over there, cardboard detailing on all the floors, big light fitting up the top to give loads of light into the thing. That's pretty much job done. That needs to go on the get it sprayed, get it painted pile, which is growing and growing because I haven't done any of that recently. Now I have to do something clever with this. I've already stuck in the light. This set of stairs is going to go in this way. Again, I need something to go in behind, but I haven't got another U-bendy thing, so I'm going to find something else to go in the back over here. Not sure what, but that's the next plan. So I'm going to go and do a bit more rummaging through the rubble. Oh, that's not what it's called. Digging through the cack. We're going to go to see if we can find something that I can stick it there and make look whimsical and sci-fi and stuff. Put it in the back, and then that'll be cool. I've got to do the same thing with the cat at the door, the cardboards on the walls. Yeah, I'll show you what I get to in a minute. Now, while I'm doing all this, I would just like to take the opportunity to publicly thank Simon. Can't see that, can you? Letter there. One of the weirdest things about being Maggrafia Builder Worlds now is the fact that every now and then I'll get little boxes and parcels just turn up in the post. Like this one. Which completely blew me away because I wasn't expecting this. This is a box of cack. In this case, I think they're ends from paper towel rolls, but they're really cool. And Simon, who is the star who just painted all my Josh Dredd figures for me, wherever he works, he collected these because they make kind of cool things when they start together. There'll be interesting gribblies for a model of some description or another. So, yeah, cack gratefully accepted. Thanks, mate. I don't know what I'm going to do with them yet, but I'm going to come up with something cool. Oh, right, so here we go. This is other part of the car park, well, the back of the car park. So here we have another set of stairs. We've got processed cardboard things on the back wall just to make some interesting stuff. I might put something else up in the ceiling. Another doorway made exactly the same as the last one, and the same kind of cardboard, kind of like surfaces as well. This then is going to go into the back of the unit. Well, actually, just over there. See that? It's going to go. It's going to go in that one because we've got one. No, it's going to go in that one. So this then is that pretty much completed. I need to make an elevator shaft to go on the first floor now, which is going to be mainly foam core and doors. Can put this in. It's got quite a lot of painting to do. So it's Saturday the 22nd of March. It is 3 weeks exactly till salute. In fact, now the salute will be over, done, dusted, finished. I'll be lying in a dark room. Well, actually, I'm hoping to be home by now and ignoring all the stuff and leaving it in the van. Yeah, the dread stuff is getting there. Woohoo! This is going to be the last video, I think, about dread stuff. Mainly because I won't have time to make another one between now and the day. So now, very briefly, he says moving some foam core and cardboard out of the way. Picking up the camera. Coming over here, we can now see, I reckon, the gaff. This is the dread stuff as it looks now. So up here we have a monorail on the top, and then down here we're going to have apartments and things. I've got to make a lift shaft to go in here. Then this is the car park level down here, which needs painting obviously. And then down there's more apartments, and down the bottom there's the underside of that. This is going to be, so there's going to be a car park here, which is one game. Bear in mind that this unit is going to be off to one side and that unit is going to be off to the other side. So there's a shopping mall here, which we've got to do the bases for, and a car park going out here. Most of the construction, bar one elevator shaft, is now done, which is great, which means I can start painting and spraying. Nearly there, fingers crossed, get in there. The battlefields, the shopping mall is going to be lifted up off the table, and he's going to be played on Kallax shelves like this. I'm probably going to spray them grey. They've got to have kind of car parking spaces put on, and they're going to be stood up on pillars and columns that we're designing 3D printing bases for, to touch the bottom and stand up on, and then have plastic conduit that's going to make the pillars to actually stand the whole thing up, make it stand on, and that's where the shopping mall is going to be, and then the car park level is going to be flat on the table. So I'm quite pleased now. We've got most of the construction done. Just got to build this elevator shaft, which is literally blocking the one end of the unit over there, and he's going to have we just kind of like will be finishing off that quite nicely. I've got to say, I mean, it's difficult at the minute because most of it isn't painted. There's a lot still that needs to be done, but actually I'm really pleased with how the look of this is. In my mind, it's looking kind of cool. Obviously I'm not going to show you the finished painted thing. You'll have to come to the Wargaming show to see that, or see our after show report and those kind of things. So I've got to take measure or ruler, go and measure how big I need to make this elevator shaft and crack on with that. That's going to be a quick job out of foam core mostly, so that shouldn't be too difficult. I'll show you how that works in a moment, and then we'll be done with the dread. The last major bit of construction I'm doing is making an elevator shaft to go in the top layer next to the apartments. Now this doesn't have to be practical, it's not even going to be a complete thing, it's going to be just a front. So what I've done is I've cut a floor piece, and this is the front of the elevator shaft, which is going to be stuck on here thus, and then I'm going to have two bits behind it that's going to hold it up. It'll still be quite a useful piece of terrain in some ways, but it's just a kind of like empty thing. So what I'm going to do then, I'll pin that together, I'll stick that and pin that, and then I've got to find some elevator doors, and I've got to work out what height the levels will be, because I want them to be at the same kind of level as the housing, the accommodation. So I think, but we're going to stick that in there. We'll see how it is. So only have a door at the bottom. Yeah. So that's the first bit. Literally 4 bits of foam core and a bunch of pins. So what I'm going to do is then, when I've done that, I'm going to work out where the doors are going to go. Pins, pins, pins. And I will do something else Forgot what I was going to say. I'll work out where the doors are going to go. I could stick doors on, stick platforms out the front of them if I need to, and that way there we'll be virtually finished with the construction for this here model, which is good news. Oh, and then the other thing I'm going to do, of course, is get more mounting board, and like everything else for this kind of thing, I'm going to make some cardboard panels that give the whole thing a bit of a paintable, more interesting looking surface, because it will still be part of the block and it will still have advertising. Shit! Just stuck a finger, pen in my finger. Thank you very much. You're welcome. No blood though, so no blood for the blood god on this model. But yeah, this is going to have advertising hoardings and bits and pieces up it, so it will still look kind of cool. But yeah, that's all it's going to be. So that's like 3 pins there going in, hold the front door in place. Not fucking square. Glued down the side. Zip. Glued down the edge. Zip. Like that. Nearly there. Just quick, nasty, dirty, just whack it together piece of scenery, really, because it's like Hollywood scenery, where Hollywood Wild West scenery. The front to it, but there's no back kind of thing. There we are. Pins again, just to hold all the foam core in place while the glue secures it. Get a really good bond. It'll be a good strong, decent strong thing. And the bottom too. Show you when I've got some doors on it in a moment. Glue on this side. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over and offer this up to the model and mark on it where the different floors should be. Easy peasy. It only needs cardboard on the front because these are going to be inside on either side of the thingy, the blocks of flats. Yeah, cool. Good, right, okay, so there's my basic tower. I'm going to find doors for that in a moment. Oh, that's a real tight fit. My measuring there, spot on, you could possibly say. I could have made it a little bit looser, but the cool thing about making it a super tight fit like that is when we go travel with it, all of that can just be loaded into the van already in the unit and it ain't going to fall out. So from that point of view, that's pretty cool. Quite pleased with that. I'm drawing black lines on now. These lines are the levels where the doors need to sit. Can we see those? Yes, we can. And I need a lift door here, a lift door here, and a lift door here, and those then work perfectly well. So I'm going to put some cardboard trim on this first of all, leaving, and then we'll have lift doors and little control panels and stuff. And actually, it'll work quite well. I've made this as a throwaway thing. Oh, I'll just stick that in that unit. But actually, because it's made to go with all those modular apartment bits, it will work perfectly well as an elevator lift thing for the model. So they'll need, it can have, I can stick a little balcony on it out the front, and that'll work perfectly well for the lifts. Oh, bonus. Doesn't need to have a back and all the rest of it. I mean, it could do, but right now, cardboard up the middle. Do you really need to see me measuring out bits of cardboard sticking on? Yeah, I don't think so. Okay, so now I've got my cardboard trim on the front here. I've got lines here showing where my levels need to be, and I've made some cardboard balconies. They're going to sit over each one of these. Stupidly, again, well, I put the cardboard trim on before I made the balcony, so I've had to cut tiny little divots, strips out of the balconies to fit over the cardboard. And I'm going to glue those on and pin those in place as well. And then I'm going to find doors. We're doing good. We're doing good. What I've also done is, obviously, I haven't got any kind of like holes on the back. I've got no markings on the back where these things are going to be. And I want to pin through, but I have, you can just about see maybe, I've put a tiny little pin mark. I put a pin through the foam here and through here and down. So on the inside, I've got pin marks which you probably can't see. One just here that I can put pins through, and then that way I can hold my balconies in place. And what was going to be a chuck away little bit of scenery is actually turning into quite a nice little thing, which I'm quite pleased about, really. So new tube of glue, getting through the yoo-hoo doing this model, I can tell you. But here we go. So we're going to stick that on. Glue that onto the model, 2 layers, and then I need to go digging through the organised cack, and find some doors. Okay, so I'm going to stick pins in the back of this, so they're already coming out. And I can get the, well, we see those pin there, another pin there. So now when I stick this balcony in place, top of the model, line up nicely, I should be able to lean inside, push my pins into the foam of the balcony, hold it all in place. Fortunately, most models in this game. Right, there you go, one balcony there. Do the same lower down. What I'll probably do is I'll put an extra pin on either side. I need to be able to support a little bit of weight. Fortunately, most of the models I use for this game are plastic or resin, so they're not too heavy. Yep, cool. Glue on this balcony as well. I've got to do my regular breakfast cereal cardboard trim on all the bits of balcony and bits and pieces, but otherwise we're mostly there. Hold this on one side while I get that in line with the lines. Get that lined up with that line. Push the pin through the back of the model, straight into the polystyrene on the other side. Yes. Nice. Now what I can do, take some extra pins over here on the edge, lined up with that, and I'll put another pin in each one, I think. Give it an extra bit. And again, the problem of doing this on the hoof and making up as you go along is, yet again, you find that you've made a cock up or something. Because what would have been really great is if I'd sunk the doors in here before I put balconies and bits and pieces on. So what I've now got, annoyingly, is I can't decide what doors to use. I'm not sure. I need to find a dread figure, find out kind of scale. I think they're a bit big. These are kind of quite good for a lift, which is fine. But they're stuck on the gun. What I'm going to have to do, again, like the downstairs, I think I'm going to have to make a foam core doorway that these doors are sitting, and then they can sit on there and they'll be... Cock, I messed it up again. I think the overall effect will look really cool when it's done, but yeah, I could have made that easier for myself. Right, I need to play around with different doors now. Okay. Okay, didn't use foam core surrounds because I used these gates from Mantic, these doors from Mantic, which just have got a nice surround anyway to go work perfectly well with that. So from that point of view, here we have lifts, elevators. It's going to slot neatly, really neatly, into the end of the apartment block part of this piece of terrain. It's going to look really cool. I'm really pleased with that. There's room on here for the odd bit of advertising or the odd bit of graffiti, although it shouldn't really be, you know, but that's quite neat. So I'm well pleased with that. Right then, so this is the end of the Road to Salute Part 5. This is the last part for the moment, I think, of the Judge Dredd stuff that you're going to see. There might be some more Judge Dredd content as we get right close to the event. But right now I've got to switch over to Burrows and Badgers mode. The JD content is now all built. All the stuff to go on the table is kind of like made. I've got a load of painting to do. Got a bunch of detailing and kind of like we've got a undercoat, spray and undercoat and that kind of stuff, and then paint various bits and pieces. And we've got to finish the actual making of the board that we're going to play on, as well as the stuff that goes into the block. But it's pretty much there. It's been bonkers. Through this video, we've got closer. What day is it today? It's now Monday, the 24th of March. Tonight's model making is going to be curtailed because I go to see Avantasia at the Roundhouse in London. I've been waiting for this gig for ages, so you know, hey. So we have less than 3 weeks. I've got a load of burrows and badgers to build, so watch out. We're going to build burrows and cellars and sewers and all kinds of other stuff in the next couple of weeks. Thanks for watching Maggot Theory of Builder Worlds. Stick with me on the Road to Salute 52. I'll see you next time. I've got so much to do and no time to do it. I'm gonna... the disc.